guys, welcome to Sense for Sense, where me, my mom, and my sister review Bath & Body Works fragrances. Today I have the Sea Salt Coast. I have actually never smelled it. I don't remember if this was a...
it's not new. Oh, I mean, sorry, it is new.
So it's a brand new fragrance. I have the body cream and the fragrance mist, and I'm gonna start with the body cream, and then I will go back to the body cream once it settles in to see how different it smells. And then also the fragrance notes are salty air, water lotus, and sandalwood shores. Just being real, I don't like it that much. Like, I get the the salty air. Like, I know what the salty air like smell, but to me it smells like what's a men's cologne? Like a Giorgio Armani. Was it Aqua? The men's Aqua cologne. It smells like kind of similar to that. I wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't use it because I don't like that cologne smell. But that's all I smell, like the sandalwood shores, the water lotus. I do smell like a little florally, more of the salty air, because I just imagine men's cologne when it's like that salty air.
For me, do you guys smell black tea?
No.
I smell like it smells like black tea to me. With
black tea.
With some sandalwood. I don't really know if I get salty air from it.
I think the salty is like that like fresh cologne smell, like the freshy smell from men's cologne. I think that's what I picture a salty air to smell like.
There is like a hint of like a floral note to it, so I'm assuming that's the water lotus. But yeah, I smell a lot of like black tea in this for some reason.
I don't smell any black tea, but I kind of see what you mean by the water lotus, like the florally scent. But just first thing is just it smells like men's cologne to me.
딱 맡으니까 되게 프레시한 연꽃이 그 말하는 그 워터 로tus거든. 그 연꽃 냄새가 나. 물에 이렇게 막 물 위에 떠 있는데 바람에 막 뭐라 해야지?
So she she smells the water lotus at first, and then she like kind of pictures the water lotus like floating in like a pond or something.
엄마가 펀드 같은데 그런데 간 적이 있거든. 연꽃 잔뜩 있는데.
Kind of like water lilies.
거기에 막 이미지니 딱 그런 거야. 그 연꽃이 막 펴 있고 바람 살랑살랑 불고.
So she just pictures like water lotuses like all floating in a pond with like a breeze. You know, like a little windy breeze. That's what she pictures. But no salty air. But salty air, I think salty air is like that freshness.
그런 거 같아. 이게 뭐 솔티 느낌이 그런 게 아닐까 싶어. 되게 프레시한데 그러니까 깨끗하고.
So for me, salty air, like when I like the first thing that pops up in my head is fresh. That's what it would mean to me. Or smell to me, how it smells to me. And then I think the water lotus and the sandalwood shores, like the combination of it makes it smell, for me, like a men's cologne. So like those two, and then like that fresh smell. That makes sense. Okay. So I will come back to this to see how it smells once it settles in. And we'll move on to the fragrance mist. Oh, it's just I'm just being real. I mean, there's, you know, a lot of people who do like the fresh, like it smells like very manly to me.
It's a very men's fragrance, I would say. I mean, I'm sure some women would like this too.
Okay, so when I initially sprayed it, I just got like a huge like whiff of like just men's cologne. But I think I smell more of the sandalwood shores in the fragrance mist. The salty air, which I think is the freshness, I don't smell as much. Just only the initial spray. Like the freshness is still there, but not as much as the body cream, and the sandalwoods to me kind of overpowers that salty air freshness. It's like it's very calm, like a very calming smell. Instead of like a bam fresh, it's more like a calming fresh. Do you know what I mean?
For me, the mist does smell different than the cream.
Mm-hmm.
It's more sandalwood. I feel like I can get more of that salty air idea. It's more of like a crisp, like fresh smell. The water lotus is still there, but it's still more strong on the sandalwood than like the floral notes of the lotus for me.
Yeah.
엄마는 그냥 뿌린 거는 똑같아.
Huh? 그냥 뿌린 거?
그냥 이렇게 여기 옷에다 뿌린 거는.
So when she sprays it on her clothes,
되게 프레쉬하고 그다음에 프레쉬하고 얘가 말한 것처럼 크리스p 같은 느낌 그런. 근데 남자가 써도 되는데 엄마는 좋네.
So my mom says yeah, men can use it, but my mom likes it. The mist. She likes the mist, and
룸 스프레이 해도 될 것 같고 막 그런.
Also, you smell a lot more of the freshness.
굉장히 프레쉬한 느낌이.
So more than like a manly cologne smell, she smells more of the freshness from the fragrance mist, and she like more to a point where like she wouldn't mind like room spraying like her house or in a room.
엄마는 크림하고 되게 많이 틀린 것 같아.
So she thinks that it's very different from the body cream. I think so too.
크림은 그 루터스 그것도 있고 약간 샌달우드 향도 약간 있고 그런 게 오는데 얘는 그런 거 전혀 없고 그냥 되게 프레쉬.
You don't smell the sandalwood?
그거 없어.
You just only smell a freshness?
나는 프레쉬가 더 강한가 봐.
Okay, so when she's comparing the body cream to the fragrances, the body cream she did smell the freshness, but a lot of the water lotus and the slight sandalwood. But in the fragrances, she doesn't smell the water lotus or the sandalwood shores. She just smells like a freshness, which is, I think, the salty air. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and smell the body cream to see how it smells.
되게 연해.
It's very. Okay, so when I initially put on the body cream, I did not like it. Like, it just smells like men's cologne. And it was like a definite no for me. But now that it's settled in, I actually wouldn't mind using it. It doesn't smell like that men's cologne anymore. I smell like the water lotus. And like that salty air, that fresh men just, he just sprayed cologne everywhere type of fresh smell is gone for me. It's like there still, but it's not as like in your face. And more of the water lotus and like a very slight sandalwood shores, but not a lot. I would use it once it's like the settled in smell. I like way more than the initial, like, you know, when I first put it on.
엄마는 처음에 맡았을 때는 그러니까 그 되게 프레쉬하고 그다음에 그 연꽃 향이 되게 강했거든.
So when she first put it on, she, you know, the water lotus and the freshness was the like way stronger for her initially.
지금은 다 모든 게 다 되게 연해서 그냥 내추럴하게 그냥 프레시한 느낌도 있고 그다음에 샌드로드도 살짝 밑에 살짝 있어서 그렇게 남자 그런 느낌이
Yeah, it's like kind of yeah. So my mom is saying that like initial like crispy salty air and the water lotus like the overload of that in the initial is like gone. It's like more of a not faded, but it's like it's just very subtle. Like just naturally, just kind of like blends in, and it's not like that men's type of smell. It's pretty much what I said. It's just it's a lot calmer, calmer but still fresh.
For me, I still smell black tea.
I don't know what.
Like Earl Grey kind of. It kind of smells like that. Like there's no crispness at all for me. I still smell sandalwood too, but mostly all I smell is like Earl Grey tea kind of. But like cologne-ish. Doesn't it kind of smells like bergamot waters?
살짝 그러니까 베가마 워터가 살짝 있어. 살짝.
Yeah.
그게 아마 그 워터 블러썸 느낌인가?
I don't know. So there's a fragrance called Bergamot Waters, and it kind of reminds me of the sea salt coast. Or they remind me of each other. But yeah. It just
like
smells very
the
like
black
tea.
teas.
Like,
I don't smell any kind of. It does not smell like Earl Grey to me.
I don't know. It smells like black. Not. Yeah, it just smells like black tea. More like towards Earl Grey, but I wouldn't say it is Earl Grey.
Maybe.
Like I feel like I kind of know what you're talking about.
But I think it's like something with the sandalwood and maybe the water blossom, like Mom said, that's like mixing that's giving that for me. But I don't know. I just smell this like black Earl Grey tea-ish scent.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, everyone's nose is different, so. So yeah, okay. They're so different, but I would probably, once it settles in, that scent that I like, not the initial one, I would probably use it all year. Yeah, like it's not like so fresh where it's like only for the summer, but it's such a clean cut smell that like I don't think it has a season. It sounds very summery because it's a sea salt coast, but that fades. So I think it's a good all year round fragrance, and I think for the age group, I feel like it's more for a like mid-20s and up. I would probably not use it if I were like in my younger like preteen years, I probably wouldn't use it. Just, you know, me knowing myself, I used more of the fruity ones, so I probably wouldn't have used it. And then this is more, I feel like, for men, but both can use. I think men and women can both use, but I think men would probably like this a lot more than most women would, in my opinion.
For me, I believe it would be good for like young, like early 20s and up. I think this is definitely more for men. And seasons, I would say fall or winter. For me, because of like the tea that I get from it, it's more cozy for me than like fresh.
Oh yeah.
So I would say those seasons.
엄마는 이게 여름하고 겨울에 되게 더 많이 어울릴 것 같고 왠지 여름은 여름대로 겨울은 이 프레시한 느낌이 왜 시원하다는 느낌 들어서 겨울에 그 눈 막 이런 느낌이 줘서 그냥
You're saying you just said the opposite season. So summer. So for my mom, she thinks that she would use it in the summer and the winter, but not fall and.
다 쓸 수 있는데 만약 딱 픽하라 그러면은 여름, 겨울 두 개가 그냥 머릿속에서 탁 떠오르는 그런 느낌?
So she would use it like if she had to pick and choose, and like off the bat it's summer and winter because.
프레시한 느낌 때문에 그런 것 같아. 그러니까 여름에는 더우니까 프레시한 느낌을 받아서 여름 딱 생각이 나고.
The initial. Okay, so the initial scent that you get off is that like really crisp, fresh smell, which is like more for like summery. That it reminds her of the summer, and then once it settles in, it's like more faded, which kind of gives off the winter freshness. Okay, yeah. So she said.
그리고 에이지는 남자들은 티네이지 애들도 쓸 수 있을 것 같은데 여자들은 아닌 것 같고.
Oh yeah. So she said for men, boys and men, she thinks that starting like teenage boys, men would like it, but not girls.
20쯤 넘어가야
Yeah.
미들
Mid 20s and up for women. Well, I mean, that pretty much wraps it up. This was Sea Salt Coast. You guys should check it out. I think, guys, you guys will really like this a lot. If you guys have any other fragrances you would like us to review, please comment below and like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.